All right, guys, so I'm here right now with John Seaton. We're going to talk a little bit about his NIL journey. He just won Male Athlete of the Year, man. So tell me a little bit, how cool of an experience was that winning that award last night?
Man, winning that award honestly was a blessing, man. Really, just to be able to show that there's room for the underdog to kind of succeed. You know, I'm a walk-on, I'm an FCS guy, so I'm not really in that Power Five collective kind of space, but still definitely able to have success in NIL and build a pretty large community. And just, I'm super thankful and super blessed to even be in this position.
And let's expound a little bit on that, right? You talked about FCS and then being a walk-on. So how did it work for you? When did companies start reaching out? Did you have to kind of create your little social medias for yourself? Like, how did that all work? Were you able to get to where you are today?
So I had a pretty interesting kind of come-up story in a way. I started posting on social media and really getting big in that kind of space during COVID, during quarantine. So it really came from a place of just genuine love for content as opposed to me trying to be, within the name, image, and likeness space, like off rip. That wasn't my goal. My original motivations were I made content, I made videos just because I like to do it, and it was something that was fun. And then eventually, it ended up turning into a job. Met up with my team. They reached out to me, actually, a current media company. They were like, "Hey, man, like we think that you have a lot of potential in this kind of space, and we want to really, help tell your story and help you create engaging content while taking off the burden of having to have that full student athlete schedule and on top of trying to negotiate different kind of contracts and everything like that." So they've been awesome. They've been a big help in saving time and everything like that. And when we started bringing in deals and stuff, it's really companies have reached out to them first. Which again is something I'm super thankful for. It definitely keeps the schedule a little bit more clear and definitely allows for us to focus on the initiatives that best align with my sort of content space. And big guy football stuff is what I really like to do.
And then for you, what are some things you want to accomplish and you want to do this year as far as on the field? And then what are some endeavors you want to accomplish off the field this year?
For sure. So on the field, really, again, it's just I want to help my team win. That's the biggest thing. Whatever that looks like, whatever role or size of the role that is, I want to be able to help us get as many W's in the column as we possibly can. Off the field, I definitely want to explore my creative side a bit more. I want to be much more artistic in what I do. I want to make a bunch more dope content. I know I stick to more short form, TikTok, Reels kind of stuff, and that's been my bread and butter, but I really want to branch out. Starting a podcast soon, which is going to be pretty cool. And then really just looking into longer form videos, especially with the just increase in time that I'm going to have pretty soon.
Let's expound on that. What's your podcast going to be about? Are you going to have a co-host along with you, or what's going to be some of the content?
So my podcast really it's my passion project. It's whoever wants to be on there that is, that's just interesting in whatever facet they do. I just want to have people who do a lot of different stuff, for lack of a better term, but whatever their kind of area of expertise is, I want to have a deep dive in that with them and be able to kind of break down how they got to where they're at, but also just their different kind of processes and how they go through their everyday lives.
Gotcha. And then what would be an advice you would say to somebody that, similar journey as you, right? FCS walk-on, but then you are where you are today. What would you tell them that they want to get some of these brands and sponsorships and be able to expand their brand in the same way that you have?
For sure. So I think what I would tell to everybody is just make the content because you like to make the content. Don't make the content with the motive of profiting off of it someday. I mean, there's definitely room for you to to go into it with hey, this is something I want to do professionally, and you can have those goals and aspirations. But if you're going to sit there and really make a video a day for however long it takes for you to build a sizable following, you have to love what you do in order to be able to do it for that long. So I think just a genuine sense of really love and passion for being entertaining and creating content, creating different things, and expressing yourself artistically is definitely a good start, and it's something that you can build off of for as long as you want to.
Gotcha. Last question, man. What are some things you look for when a brand reaches out to you in order to align with things that you want to do, and that kind of make that seamless fit for you? What are some things you look for?
For sure. So first, we look through what the contract actually says. If I'm going to be signing myself into any sort of legal loophole that I don't want to be a part of or anything like that. I also look for just alignment with my content. If the deal doesn't fit within my content, I'm probably not going to do it. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna set myself up to give a business a bad experience in working with us, because I'm not in this game for the simple little one-off deals that have become so lucrative nowadays. But I'm in this game for more so long-term partnerships, relationship building, and trying to just be a good creator for as long as I can.
Got you. Well, guys, this is John Seaton. Go check him out. How can we follow you, man? Where can we find you at on social media?
Man, find me on TikTok at John Seaton. It's JONSEATON, and on Instagram at SEA76M. Man, appreciate y'all.